Are you tired of using gimmicks to close deals? You ever feel like sales has lost its soul? I used to feel the same way, chasing quotas with tactics that didn't feel right. But here's the truth. You don't need tricks to win in sales. It took me over 10 years to learn this, and it changed everything for me. Once I learned these simple principles, it helped me unlock millions in revenue, and it all begins with learning new ways to build real trust. That's where true success begins in sales. First, let's talk about what sales really is. It's the first language humanity ever spoke. Before we learned words, we learned how to sell. With a cry, with a gesture, with a look, it's in our nature. But somewhere along the way, people forgot that. So today, I'm here to remind you just that. Sales is the oldest and most honorable profession in the world. It's in our DNA. It's as old as the first human interaction. All world leaders are in sales. Doctors are in sales. Nurses sell. Lawyers sell. Parents learn quickly how to sell. Even kids. If you watch a newborn baby, before that child learns how to speak, they learn that crying gets them attention. Crying gets results. That is sales. But somewhere along the journey, the profession got polluted. A few bad apples, some slick scams, late night TV ads with big promises and no delivery, and suddenly salespeople got labeled as pushy, greedy, and untrustworthy. But I'm here to tell you that's not sales, not the real kind. If you build your foundation on 3 principles, trust, communication, and value, that's where real success lives. That's where impact happens. Welcome. My name is Adnan, and I've been in sales for nearly 25 years. And for the past decade straight, I've consistently ranked as the highest paid professional in my industry. But more than accolades, what matters to me now is passing on what I've learned. This channel is where I share the strategies, mindset, and real-world lessons that helped me build a legendary career, so you can do the same. But numbers don't tell the whole story. The truth is, I didn't get here by mastering the close. I got here by mastering people. Sales done right is not about pushing a product. It's about earning trust, creating real communication, and delivering undeniable value. Trust is everything. It's earned, not with fancy presentations, but with presence, with consistency, with truth. People don't buy from you because you have the best deal. They buy because they believe in you. And communication, real communication, is not about what you're saying. It's about what they're feeling. It's listening more than talking. It's understanding what's not being said. And value isn't the price or the product. Value is what they walk away with emotionally, mentally, physically. Great salespeople don't just sell a thing. They sell what that thing does for someone's life. Let me share a small story. A few years ago, I was in a home. Most of you know I do in-home sales. I was at a kitchen table with an older couple. They'd lived in the home for over 30 years. It was a cozy little place full of character, full of memories. Their windows were outdated and drafty. They were heading in cold in the winter, heat in the summer, and noise all year round. But you could feel that the couple was very hesitant. You could feel it in the air. They had that look. They were polite but guarded. So I asked about it, and they opened up. A few years prior, they had their roof done. A smooth-talking rep made it sound like a deal of a lifetime. But after the contract was signed, the communication stopped. The work was sloppy, and when the issues came up, the rep completely disappeared. They were left with regret and a serious distrust for salespeople. So I didn't want to pitch them. I didn't push, I just listened. We talked about their life, how long they'd lived there. We talked about the grandkids who visited in the summers, the memories they'd built in that home. And I helped them see something beyond the glass in the frames. I showed them what peace and quiet could feel like at night. How it would feel to sit in the living room in the winter, warm and comfortable, without cold air leaking in. How investing in their home now would give them the gift of comfort and the pride of passing down a well-cared-for home to their family. I left that house without a sale. No pressure, no contracts, just a handshake and a promise that I'd be there when they were ready. Now, as I left the home, I pulled around the corner to grab a coffee. And as I'm paying for my coffee, the phone rings and it's the same homeowner. The husband said, "We've never felt more comfortable with someone in this business. We want to move forward. Not because of what you sold us, but because of how you made us feel." That's trust. That's communication. That's real value. Sales is not about convincing someone to do something they don't want to do. It's about helping them do what they already want. They just need to believe in you. So if you mastered trust, mastered communication, and deliver real value, you'll never have to chase a sale again. So remember this, sales is not about applying pressure. It's about presence. It's not about talking, it's about listening. And it's never about just the product, and it's always about the person. If you can earn their trust, speak their language, and deliver real, undeniable value, you won't just make a sale, you'll make an impact. So if you're in sales if you're in sales and ready to lead with purpose, not pressure, then don't stop here. Watch what Confucius, the Stoic philosopher, has to teach us about persistence in sales.